$1,000 can go a long way these days, but where should you invest it to get the most bang for your buck? Like lots of personal finance questions, it depends. I'd imagine you are in one of these three categories with this $1,000 burning a hole in your pocket, so I'll answer this question for each category with just my personal opinion. So maybe you've made your first $1,000, and if you're already thinking about investing, fantastic job. I'm not worried about you. You're gonna do well in life. And there is more in the next section of this video, but if this is your only $1,000, then let me quickly say the stock market or investing is not gonna be your most bang for your buck. Even if you bought a stock that went up 50% in a year, that's $500, but it's not gonna change your life substantially in the long run. A better use of the $1,000 is to bump up that earning rate so you can make enough to put like $100 a month for the next few decades. So think about putting that $1,000 towards a course or even a book or some kind of education. But don't take like history of cats or something like that. I'm talking skills you can turn into side hustles. For example, if I ever made enough money on this channel, I would pay someone to edit videos. You can take a video editing course and get the software for $1,000 and edit videos for money. Or you know how everyone is using Teams or Zoom for calls? You can get a camera and take photos of professionals for their Teams profile pic. You can do that with a half-decent camera and an online course on how to light and compose a portrait. For more ideas, go onto Fiverr and see what skills people are selling there. Okay, now let's say you have your first $1,000, but you're going to be contributing regularly every month. Doesn't have to be $1,000 a month, but like you're gonna start with 1,000 and build up. Now we can start talking about laying the groundwork for investing. The most bang for your buck option that is often overlooked is your company's defined benefit or 401k. If your company offers some kind of matching program, if you buy into a pension or a stock, that is easily the best place to put your money, assuming the stock is pretty stable. For example, my company offers a 25% match up to a certain amount, which is like getting an extra $250 on your 1K instantly. So that would be my first choice. But hey, maybe that's not an option for you, so let's move on. Now, if you're new to investing, don't overlook a robo-advisor. It's the most automatic or passive way you can set up your investing and takes just minutes. You do a quick survey, it picks a portfolio for you, and then you can just set up your bank account to deposit into that portfolio every month, and the broker will manage it for you. It's the same thing as a bank, but this way has way lower fees and ends up being hundreds of thousands of dollars more for you in 40 years. But say you are a bit more familiar with investing, another thing we talk about a lot on here is index funds, and you guys know that my base layer for all my portfolios is an S&P index fund. Here are a list of indexes I really like that you can look into, and since we are investing long term, I have no doubt these will appreciate it. Index funds have even lower fees than robo-advisors, but will require you to remember to invest every month. If you're starting, you will want to get this rolling in your TFSA or Roth IRA. ETFs are another group or basket of stocks that could be a good place for your $1,000. And a good ETF to look at would be one that's holding dividend aristocrats and maybe REITs. Dividend aristocrats are companies that have raised dividends for 25 consecutive years or more. They are usually blue chip companies on the S&P 500, and statistics show that they are more stable and do better in difficult economic times than other companies on the S&P. With $1,000, your dividends won't be huge, but at least you are getting a group of solid S&P companies, and this will do well in tough times. Now, REITs usually pay a slightly higher dividend every month or quarter, and I listed this option because maybe you were hoping to invest in real estate with $1,000, but honestly, that won't even get you a down payment these days. REITs allow you to indirectly own real estate and collect rent with a small amount of money, but honestly, this could be something to keep in mind for later when your investments have grown a bit. Remember too that you can split your $1,000 over one or two of these options I just discussed. Okay, let's say you got your automatic contribution set up, putting in a set percentage of your paycheck every month into these portfolios, but you got a little extra $1,000 that you now want to do something with. Well, do you want to have some fun with that? You've got your investments on the right track. If it were me, I'd seriously look at enjoying it. Pick up that new video game console, take your significant other out to dinner more than once. You can get 30 cases of beer in a hammock and that's your summer right there. But if you hate my ideas, that's cool. Here are some places to invest it. To me, this is my play money. So this is where I start to look at individual stocks. Some growth stocks like Apple, Coinbase. I'm trying to research Canadian solar right now. You can look up dividend stocks like telecom companies, TELUS, or a bank like CIBC, Bank of America. And you can do a combo of these types of companies, maybe half on established businesses and another 500 on the riskier growth stocks. Depending on your timeline and when you want to take this out, the more time you have, the riskier you can be. If you're interested, this might also be the time to look at cryptocurrency. I'm slowly trying to get familiar with this too, and until then, I have a very small sliver of my investable money in crypto. It's a new asset class, a lot is unknown about its future, and there's a lot to learn, but if you're taking care of the rest of your portfolio, then why not add some crypto in there if you feel so inclined? So if you're there, establish your good habits at $1,000, check out this video for the next milestone and my personal stories and tips on how I got there. And if you don't do that, spank the like button, will ya? Till next time, have a great week, spread the wealth, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.